I have multiple good gossips. The one is just for the whole team and not just to say a blanket statement that everybody's doing great. Everyone really is doing great because we're not eating a lot. We get to eat twice a day. We're eating a lot when we do. But then we work in the middle of the day, and I don't see anybody taking breaks or being lazy about it at all. Everybody is just working extremely hard, and I'm really surprised by that. And it helps me because it's hard, but everybody else is doing it, and so it's great.
Hey, just wanted to give some good gossip. It's for Daniel and Megan Cox. They're here. This is their first time to South America, I think. I know it's the first time to Peru, but they've been completely calm, cool, and collected about the whole thing. Extremely encouragement, supportive. Just been awesome to be around. They have great attitudes about the whole thing. Whatever they're asked to do, they do it. They're just being really great servants.
And everyone is just so full of spirit. I can tell. Caleb Doolittle keeps asking me how I'm doing. I'm doing great. But not always when you ask. And he's really encouraging, and he's really thankful that I came on the trip.
I just wanted to thank Caleb. He's been a really good role model for me on these trips because he's taught me a lot of perseverance. Because without him and my dad, I don't think that I would be able to get up in the morning because it's so annoying to be able to have to wake up and feel sick. And it's just really nice to have someone to cheer you on. Like Caleb, Dad, they're always there for me no matter what is happening. And I just want to thank them for everything that they do.
Drew is very complimentary to me and Chad. He's been very encouraging to me anyways, and not just because he's nice to us, just because he loves us. And it's just really great. Everybody is just loving on everybody.
Alright, so I have some good gossip. One is Dakota, how he's been very helpful on this trip, very open and ready to do whatever is asked of him, and been very bold with his testimony for Christ. So I just want to thank Dakota for his willingness to always be ready to serve.
So I have some good gossip here. Okay, so yesterday we did street evangelism in the streets, and Dakota, man, he was like a preacher out there. He was talking to people. He was, I think he led one or two people to Christ, which was really cool. And man, he did an awesome job. So I just wanted to tell about him.
Okay, so I've got some good gossip for Drew and Nathaniel right now. They've been talking to these two kids over here for a long time, and they're just like pointing things out, I'll pick up a blade of grass and I'll be like, in Espanol, what is this? And they'll answer back and forth, and they're just laughing at the kids' jokes even though they can't understand a word they're saying, but it's so cool just to see them associating with them. So great job, you guys.
Alright, so I have some good gossip about our Peru team. I just wanted to say I was so impressed by Kayla and how she really wasn't feeling good a lot of the time, but she would always go with us to eat, and she would eat something and have a good attitude, and she just loved on those kids. It was sweet seeing her just playing with the kids and just loving on them. That meant a lot. I'd like to gossip about Chad. I really appreciated his leadership on the team and just how he would get right in and get all the technical stuff ready for our skits, and he got right to work with getting music for all our skits, and it really turned out really great. And I was really impressed with him sharing his testimony. It was neat getting to see what God did through him through that experience, and I just really appreciated his leadership.
Hey, I just had some good gossip about Jana. We're out here playing a game of wiffle ball, and she was always encouraging everybody, people on her team, people on the other team. She was just very active and very good encouraging words, so good job, Jana.
Hey, I want to give some good gossip about Daniel and Megan and how much they've added to this trip and the ministry from crafts. to Daniel playing with the kids, since he is a big kid himself. But anyway, just it's been an enjoyable time with them, and I want to thank them for their willingness to serve.
Jana can't stop hugging people and taking pictures of everything, and which is nice to get hugged.
Grace Bible, I just want to say what a great group of people that you have serving in your church, and especially these people that are on this team in the Andes Mountains. Yesterday I came into some physical difficulties, was unable actually to make the last part of a hill and had to have a donkey carry me up, so I had to eat some pride. But I just want to thank people like Daniel, who came and offered to grab hold of his back, him to drag me up the hill, and people offered to carry my bags. When I was on the donkey, I could hardly keep myself straight on the top of the thing, and so Nathaniel, as well as Dakota, stood beside me and helped me through that ordeal. Just such a blessing, and I just see Christ in each one of them, and they're wanting to share and to help. And I'm just privileged to be a part of this group, and I just want to thank you for your support of them and sending them here with me. It has truly been a blessing, and I've seen Christ in each one of those. So praise the Lord, and thank you for sending them here to Peru with AMG. Thank you.
All right, I'd like to give a shout out to my brother Keith. He's done excellent on this trip, really. I was kind of worried about his motion sickness and stuff, but the patches seem to help. But he's jumped in and helped with the kids and the child care centers. Made a bunch of friends in the child care centers. So just want to thank you, Keith, for your willingness to do whatever God wants you to do there.
So I have some good gossip about Amber. It was so cute. I was walking along with Jana, and she said, "I think Amber should change her last name." And I thought, what? And she said, "I don't think she should be called Doolittle, but Do a Lot." And I thought that was so cute, because it just means so much to me that she does do a lot, and how she cared for the kids on this trip, and how excited she was to see her sponsor child. And then I just appreciate so much that she took the time to make Jana feel welcome, and she wasn't nervous at night when they were together, because Amber was just there with her and taking care of her and just made her feel right at home. That meant a lot to me. And I have some good gossip about Jana. So we first got to the first care center. She was so nervous when all these girls came up to her and were talking to her in Spanish really fast. And the little bit that we'd practiced was going out of her mind, and she was really nervous. So, but as I watched her with different care centers that we went to visit, I saw that she realized that it really didn't matter that she didn't know so much about their language, but just being willing to love on these kids spoke so much more to them, and she was playing with them and making them feel loved, and I just loved getting to see her do that. That was awesome.
I got some good gossip about Dakota. On this trip when we went street evangelism, he was really open with people, and he was really good at sharing the gospel. And it was encouraging to see that it wasn't really that hard, but I just wanted to say that about him.
Good. So I've got some good gossip from Micah. He was just like today on the hike, really encouraging, helping everybody like up the... Oh my goodness!
That thing I like to watch.
Yeah, I know you.
Yeah. Because you can say,
Hey, I had some good gossip I wanted to share with everybody. I think overall I've done a really good job on this trip. I think I've grown a lot, and I've definitely probably helped more than anyone else. I think my humility has grown most of all, and I think God's really challenged me with that. So I'm going to continue to be the most humble person on this trip, and of anyone in the church. So thanks, keep praying for me, and all right, Daniel, out.
Okay, so I have some good gossip about Nathan. So we were coming from the plaza in Parras after we'd done some evangelism, and Nathan was carrying some puppets and different stuff. And as we're walking around the street, I think I was the only one that really noticed this, but he was walking along, and there was an inappropriate poster. and immediately I saw him divert his eyes and look away, and I was so impressed with his integrity when he had no idea that anybody was even seeing what he'd done, but I was very impressed with him looking away and averting his eyes and being pure.
That's some good gossip for Sonia. I want to thank her for kind of taking Sarah under her wing as as Michelle didn't get to come on the trip. But thank you, Sonia, for taking care of Sarah when I wasn't able to be around her.
I see Amber, she's hanging out with the girls, and she's 20, and Kayla and Sarah and Jana are younger, and she's just taking them under her wing, which is very cool.
Okay, I've got some good gossip. Everybody was very, very nice to me on this trip. It's the first time that I went with them, and everybody was so kind to me and helped me, but I especially want to acknowledge Dakota and Keith, who were both just so helpful, especially on the trail. When I was slipping and sliding and climbing over rocks, they both were very gracious to stay with me and help me and lend me a helping hand along the way. And I'm just very thankful for them, because I think they're the only reason I made it, and I'm alive today to tell about it. Thanks, guys.
First good gossip is about Dakota. He can go at a rabbit's pace, but today he chose to go at a snail's pace to help Pete out. So it showed a lot of restraint on his part, patience. Second one would be Nathan Lindley. He's been a big help on the whole trip. Just we use his muscles a lot, and he's a strong kid and always willing to help. And then I don't know if Chad's gonna let me put this on here, but I gotta give some good gossip to my wife for sending me letters every day, and just being a great wife, and then 3 Father's Day cards today. So I love you, and I'll see you in a few days. I don't know if that's okay.
Chad's making sure my stuff doesn't get stolen, and everybody's just...
So I have some good gossip about Amber. It was so cute. I was walking along with Jana, and she said, "I think Amber should change her last name." And I thought, what? And she said, "I don't think she should be called Doolittle, but Do a Lot." And I thought that was so cute, because it just means so much to me that she does do a lot, and how she cared for the kids on this trip, and how excited she was to see her sponsor child. And then I just appreciate so much that she took the time to make Jana feel welcome, and she wasn't nervous at night when they were together, because Amber was just there with her and taking care of her and just made her feel right at home. That meant a lot to me. And I have some good gossip about Jana. So we first got to the first care center. She was so nervous when all these girls came up to her and were talking to her in Spanish really fast. And the little bit that we'd practiced was going out of her mind, and she was really nervous. So, but as I watched her with different care centers that we went to visit, I saw that she realized that it really didn't matter that she didn't know so much about their language, but just being willing to love on these kids spoke so much more to them. And she was playing with them and making them feel loved, and I just loved getting to see her do that. That was awesome.
We're all getting along. Tom's being really goofy, which is a newer side. He's kind of goofy, but he's been real fun and helping me translate. And everyone's translating for me, because I'm the worst at Spanish here. So this is the best missions. That's all I got now. I'll think of more.